triglycerides and lowering HDL, and it can promote insulin resistance, which leads to diabetes.
My husband and I wrote a book called Baby Food, about making baby food for your kids, and that was one of the things I learned many years ago, is that how much our heart disease begins at such an early age. So that's a reminder as parents, what you feed your children is affecting them for the rest of their lives.
Right.
However, I think there's some pretty strong pushback to these recommendations from the Sugar Association, and they say that the American Heart Association is recommending 6 teaspoons of added sugars for an active 16 to 18-year-old boy. That's just 3% of his calories. They say, where's the science to support this?
Where's the science to support the need for added sugars that aren't providing any additional nutritional benefit? The American Heart Association rightly says that we have a budget of calories that we're allowed to spend every day. You want to make sure that those are budgeted appropriately, some for protein, some for healthy fats, some for carbohydrates or sugars, but the added sugars are not providing anything else in terms of nutrition.
What about a mother of a 16-year-old boy that says, but I can get my son to eat oatmeal in the morning or some nutrient-rich cereal, but it does have added sugar in it?
So that is where the 6 teaspoons are allowed. For instance, for flavoring milk for kids, like chocolate milk, or for certain whole grains. So you want to get your kids to eat them, okay. Added sugars are allowed there because you're giving it in a form where they're getting vitamins and protein and fiber, and other...
What about natural sugars, Tara?
Right, and that's important.
Juices, things like that.
Exactly. So natural sugar is different. There are fruits and vegetables and milk products that have natural sugars. That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
And so in terms of juice, for instance, for little kids, you can give them 100% unsweetened juice, but you want to limit that as well to small amounts because that will just raise their caloric intake. The better thing is to offer them fruits, which provides potassium and fiber and antioxidants.
Is there a formula or some suggestion you have for parents who are out there who will struggle with little ones who love their sweets?
Yeah, well, I have a 4-year-old who's constantly asking for candy and strawberry milk. I think one of the things that this statement also talks about is non-nutritive sweeteners, things like aspartame and sucralose. And so one of the debates in our house is, well, Mommy, if I can't have juice, can I have Crystal Light? And, we don't have a lot of science there to say whether non-nutritive sweeteners are safe and whether they prevent weight gain. So this statement doesn't really provide a recommendation for or against. As a parent and as a cardiologist, I like to teach my kids about the science, even when they're young, to explain to them why I'm telling them this, so that when they're out of the house and they're offered different things, they can make choices that are appropriate and healthy instead of just saying no juice, no juice. Explain to them it raises your risk.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought one of the main things they said is the number one source of these added sugars is soda, sports drinks. So if you can cut that out, you're doing a lot.
Absolutely.
Got a lot of work to do. Dr. Tara Arullo, thanks. A stampede takes over a busy city intersection ahead, the phenomenon that sent thousands of people sprinting. You're watching CBS This Morning.
CBS Morning Round, sponsored by Nexium. Introducing